This is Danielle, and today we'll be going over the Unit 4, Chapter 5 discussion with the just salt principles. So the first one we'll be going over is proximity. This is the perception of objects based on their location with one of another. If they're closer together, they're seen as a single group, while if they're spaced apart, they're going to be seen as one or more different groups. Using this kind of aids in your organization with your layouts and your designs. Here's a couple examples, kind of a 4-for-1 or 4-for-3. So over here you see the stars, and you can tell, these look like they're part of a group, and then these look like 3 separate groups. And then you have further examples over here with the grouping of squares, and then these spread out, they look like they're on their own. And then you have these look like they're 2 different groups based on their spacing. And then I put the pictures spread apart enough where they looked like they're separated into 2 different groups. So the second one will be similarity. This is a different type of grouping based on properties of your items, such as colors or shapes. They mentioned that it's like goes with like, circles with circles, squares with squares, that sort of thing. This is another way to create order and organization with this particular type of unity. So I found a couple of cool examples. The first one, the negative space is a bird, while the positive space is just the repetitive pattern of these bird silhouettes. And then the other one is with these, they're different shapes. They're all just kind of Morpheus blobs, but due to their placement, they actually form the outline of a dog, and it kind of plays into closure as well. So our third one is continuity. I think I said that right. So, our minds are going to naturally, instinctively follow a line, a pattern, or design beyond the ending points. And so that, this creates movement and direction and a natural flow that we want to follow. And, this is a great way to keep the eye going into the design towards the focal point, or even through the design and beyond it. So here's a couple examples. The one on the right are airplanes. They look like, because they're all going the same way, they're all moving the same direction. This is called, it looks like they're going off that top corner of the page. And this is a good example of another relevant law called common fate, where items grouped together look like they're all going the same direction. And then the one on the left I think is really cool. It kind of forms an arrow, so like you start at the bottom and you instinctively move up, and it looks like an arrow going through these circles. So the fourth one is closure. And this is when our minds instinctively fill gaps in a perceived shape, completing it. It's a good way to play with your space, positive and negative especially, and presents new and interesting compositional opportunities, all because we're perceiving what isn't there. So here's a couple of examples. The one on the right, the hand, the form of the hand, the shape it takes, plays and creates the illusion of a light bulb. And then the one on the left, I'm not sure where it's from. I don't know if it's a logo or not. But you actually have a couple different shapes being completed. When following the design, you have the circle being implied, but you also have the completion of that star with the neck of the eagle there at the bottom. And this is just something that I saw was a graphic of Gestalt being broken down into its own principles, and I thought it was cool. So thank you, and I hope y'all have a good time.